me, I will take you to the places that will make your heart truly come alive. And if you let me,
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You join us for this T20 between the Lions and the Viking. I'm Mike Atherton, and next to me in the commentary position is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the one and only Lord Gower.
Hi others, looking forward to this one. Earlier, I took a look at the conditions, and I think with this surface there's a little bit there for batters and bowlers alike. The ground staff have done a brilliant job. I'm really interested to see which way the Probably not a bad toss to lose. The decision is to bat first, but personally I think having a bowl on this pitch could be the smart decision.
Ready for the first ball here in the commentary box. What should be an enthralling contest between these two teams.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Here we go, first ball of the match. Nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yes. Good catch. Yeah! Out.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Russell comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Now then, was there a feint edge? Gone! Another one goes. 2 wickets in 2 balls, and they're on a roll now.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Hit that hard, nailed it.
Managed to get onto the front foot early, and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Good bit of timing there.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Immaculate timing there.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Over. The Lions are 2 for 20. A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Going with spin now. McCoy, the left armour, is the new bowler from the southern end.
Some adjustments to the field.
McCoy from the southern end.
Hold on.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Fantastic catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Du Plessis, whose first task is getting themselves settled. Brilliant diving stop. Huge appeal.
No.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
A fantastic shot off the back foot, really well timed. Everyone just had to stand, watch and admire.
Drives and misses everything.
Great work behind the stumps, save some runs with that dive.
13 runs added there. The Lions are 4 for 33.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them. Got all of it, and for 6.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around, Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
No!
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good. Fast running between the stumps gets them home.
Catch!
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
That ball has raced away. Fabulous footwork. The balance was perfect to get onto the back foot so easily.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Middle that one. Great timing.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Yep. Whoa! Yep.
This should be close.
No!
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. Just about timed that perfectly.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
Oh yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Catch it!
Right off the middle of the bat.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
End of the over, 10 off it. The Lions are 4 for 63.
A few moves made in the field.
Edge.
Yep.
Amazing delivery.
Good spot there, making it difficult to get away.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Precision, past the umpire and not likely to get cut off.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Right over the top of it, nicely smothering the spin there.
beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
Wait.
Outrageous catch. What a wicket to get.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Kane won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Catch it.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
The batsman brings up their half-century.
Brings up the half-century with that shot. It's been a good innings so far.
Yes.
Great shot through the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that. A few moves made in the field.
Catch in.
Absolutely nailed it.
Right out of the textbook, off the middle, and it flew to the boundary.
McCoy shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
Yep. No.
Pierced the gap and gets their first runs.
Yep. No.
Not much you can do when you bowl a slower ball like that.
McCoy doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling. 3 extra fielders are now allowed outside the circle.
Yes.
They'll get at least one.
Yep. Whoa.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Super piece of timing.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Rossington didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yes.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Confusion written on the batters' faces, a mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run-out in the first place. Well-directed short ball sways out of the way.
9 runs added in that over. The Lions are 5 for 91. Khan, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the southern end.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Super catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep. No!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Out! What a catch!
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat the infield.
No.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
End of the over. 4 runs coming from it. The Lions are 7 for 95. Chase, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yep.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Yes.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
End.
The third was there, they would have made it easily. They've instead opted to play it safe. Maybe a little too safe.
Yep. Keeper's end.
It was just a little bit wide, well picked up and guided nicely down towards third.
Oh, that's a great ball.
How on earth did that miss the stumps? It's a superb line and length. You only need to look at the keeper's reaction. I don't think they could believe it either.
Yep.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Finds the edge. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. And a brilliant take by the keeper.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
Is coming in at number 10 for the Lions.
Solid defence, very compact.
No.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yes.
Chance!
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Oh no! Nice bowling.
Bowled him! Beauty, absolute beauty.
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out. And it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
Lions, please make him welcome.
Yep. Bowlers.
A direct hit and this could be gone.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Super shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Yes. No.
Negated the spin well there and got nicely on top of the bounce.
Got right in behind it.
Nice bowling.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
7 runs added there. The Lions are 9 for 111. Khan having a day out here. Brilliant bowling so far. And just one more to get 5 in this innings. Got that away nicely.
That just drifted down leg side. Picked up really early and just flicked that off the pads. It raced away, nothing the fielders could do.
Yes.
There'll be runs here. A couple on offer here.
Now we get to the nervous 90s and in good time too. Will we see them slow down as they close in on three figures?
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
That single brings them even closer to their 100. Looking a bit nervous. They can't go back into their shell. Need to continue batting like they have been and just play every ball as it comes. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Nice.
Just slowing things down. Nothing to risk on that delivery, just keeping the bowler honest.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
End of the over. 7 off it. The Lions are 9 for 118. Chase from the northern end.
Oh, nice bowling.
Yep.
Great shot.
Whoa!
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Nice bowling.
That single is just edging the score closer to a century. Looking a wee bit nervous, you've just got to control the nerves and remember to play each shot on its merits. No interest in that one from the batter. Chase will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Nice.
Three added in that over. The Lions are 9 for 121. Still searching for what would be a thoroughly deserved fiver. They bowled brilliantly in this innings.
Nice bowling.
Right over the top of it, nicely smothering the spin there.
Nice.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yes, yes. No!
Took a bit of time getting settled. Maybe now it's time to build this innings.
Yeah, yep.
Good return, back from the deep. Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Nice bowling.
The Lions weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over.
For 124.
Yes.
Great shot. Great timing.
The batsman gets their ton.
Lovely bit of batting. The century comes up, and really this has been a well-controlled innings. Hasn't given the bowlers much of a chance, that's for sure.
Yes.
Wow!
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
Yep.
Keepers!
Yes.
No! Yes!
Bowler is confident on this one.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Oh! Yes, nice bowling.
Right on top of the spin. Keeps it out well.
5 runs added there. The Lions are 9 for 129. McCoy into the attack now from the southern end.
Yep.
Keep it in!
There's a run here, surely.
Well, they decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They'd have made it very comfortably.
Catch it!
Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see. Early wickets will be the key. It's a below-par score. If the batting gets away early, we could see a very simple run chase. This total is... well... below par, and the openers are going to be looking to close this out quickly. The bowlers are going to have to find someone to make up for the rest of the team's batting failures. Didn't get anywhere near the first ball of the innings.
Looking very solid to start the team's innings.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
The Vikings get underway easy as you like with a single.
Khan is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Perfect technique and placement.
That one had all the ease and elegance of this batter at their best. Driven perfectly down the ground for 4.
Yep.
Yep. No!
Finds the fielder with that shot.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
That's the over. The Vikings are none for 6. A new bowler is coming into the attack. The right armour is coming into the attack from the northern end.
Wait there.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Catch!
Time that perfectly.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Root shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder. There's trouble here. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Gone. It's a good catch.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. Head coming into the attack from the southern end.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here. Head just needs to continue finding good spots now.
Out! Yeah! Good catch.
Is that a game changer? A real pillar in the batting order has been removed early on.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength. Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. A little late on that. No runs scored.
Misses everything.
That one almost went at right angles. Amazed it didn't catch anything on the way through.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Crunch on the front foot and bang. Gone all the way.
End of the over. 6 off it. The Vikings are 2 for 24.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Doesn't beat the infield. Time that brilliantly.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yeah. No.
Well taken. Had a lot of work to do and held on to a great catch.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Seymour takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Edged it.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. They'd look for a couple here.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Really good over. Takes a wicket, keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find the boundaries. Good bit of timing there.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Yes, well taken in the slips.
Another one gone. The 4th wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. McCoy will be looking to make a strong start to their innings. Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Oh, beaten on the drive.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Wait there. No.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Wait.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
End of the over, 10 off it. The Vikings are 4 for 52.
Some adjustments to the field.
Ned, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the northern end. Got right in behind it. A direct hit and this could be gone. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. And gone. Didn't even wait for the umpire's decision.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Nice and easy there to get off the mark.
Nice
one.
solid defensive shot.
Ah, mix up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication. Just slowing things down. Nothing too risky on that delivery. Just keeping the bowler honest.
Solid defence, very compact. End of the over. Time for a little bit more freedom in the field. 3 more fielders can be moved outside the circle. Head. From the southern end. Good shot. A beauty.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Good return, back from the deep. A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly, no harm done. Both batters survive. It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide. A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yeah.
You never really want to chance that arm going for a third. Did well there.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Judged the length absolutely beautifully. Footwork was immaculate, but it was the hands that got that to the fence.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the northern end.
Waiting. No!
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep. No!
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep.
Huge appeal.
Yep.
Super shot, that.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Du Plessis, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Hit that hard, nailed it.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Yeah. No.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
End of the over. The Vikings are 6 for 77. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Wait. No!
Seymour will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap. Smothered the spin, played it well.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Then.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
End of the over. 6 runs coming from it. The Vikings are 6 for 83. Russell coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Bowler then.
Well, there was a split second to decide. Which end to throw to. In the end, it was a poor choice.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Finds the edge.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. Wow, that's missed a lot.
Russell with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
7 runs added in that over. The Vikings are 6 for 90.
Yep. Bowlers!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Bowlers!
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Needs to be on target.
Yeah.
Straight to the fielder.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yeah.
5 runs added there. The Vikings are 6 for 95.
A bit of a change up in the field now. A few moves made in the field.
collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Yep. No!
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep. No!
They've made it home, but there should never have been the chance of the run out in the first place.
Yep. No!
More decisive running may have gotten them too. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that.
Drives and misses everything.
Russell with a superb delivery. Got them coming forward looking to drive, but can't manage to catch the edge.
Yep.
Russell ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the southern end.
Yep. No! Yeah.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Bowlers!
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Yep. No!
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. That's a great take. Needed a big stretch to prevent any runs.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
No!
There'll be one run here for them.
Lovely.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Ned back on now.
Attack for the Lions.
Ned from the northern end. Edged it. Loud appeal. Oh, that is a great catch.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has indeed been a good innings.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Solid defence, very compact. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time. Doesn't beat the infield. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway. Got all of it, and for 6.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move. I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Nice one.
Just threw the shot too early.
8 runs added in that over. The Vikings are 7 for 115. Head with the ball in hand again.
Into the attack for the Lions.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Wait on.
Out! Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
The 8th wicket to fall. The opening batters out there in the field will probably be starting to prepare themselves for their own innings.
Number 10.
Times it nicely.
Yep.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Yes.
Nice solid defensive shot. Big appeal.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder. End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Vikings are 8 for 124. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score. Big edge! And caught. That's just superb.
The batting team are now 9 for 128. The left-handed batsman
Khan ready to face the first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Khan takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Very full, sprayed the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yeah.
They'll get at least 1.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Right off the middle of the bat.
And that marks the end of the match. The Vikings have taken the victory.
That's an incredible win. It was touch and go. But they got the runs needed with 1 wicket to spare. Complete edge-of-your-seat stuff.
This was a lot closer than it looked on paper. What a fantastic game. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. See you very soon.